We have more single people in the United States than at any other time in history. Dating is not fun. Dating is anxiety provoking. People are afraid of getting hurt, getting rejected. For one thing, we get focused on superficial things like appearance. We get focused on our appearance, the appearance of the other person, not realizing that there's more than just how somebody looks. Probably the biggest obstacle to authentic dating is fear. Let's say there's somebody that you've got your eye on, but then they say this: I would like for you to be my only source of joy and happiness. You have to have a stable identity rooted in Christ. If you look to popular culture, sex is at the beginning of the relationship, which makes things even more confusing, because if you have sex, you just get this false intimacy that makes you feel connected to someone in body, but really your heart, your mind, and your soul are left out of the equation, so it's a false intimacy. James chapter 1 verse 5 says, if you need wisdom, ask our generous God and he will give it to you. So we're going to seek God's wisdom when it comes to dating. We need a new model of dating that addresses these problems, that helps people be intentional in their approach, that's pleasing to God.
Emily, hi again.
Hi. Thank you for having me.
Yes, and tell us a little bit about Cachet Connections.
Cachet Connections, just even in the name, shows part of the purpose of the organization. Cachet means hidden. It's French, and the founders discovered that often Christians aren't in the same environments as their counterparts.
And tell us the name of the founders.
Cachet Connections was founded by Kim and Linda, and they saw that there was a great need for singles to connect, and so they created Cachet Connections for Christian singles.
Great. Now, you are a relationship expert, and tell us, are you an expert by experience or education?
Both. I am finishing my PhD in Christian counseling, and I'm a professional counselor, been in practice for years, and so using part of my professional psychology and theology training while also working with singles out in the field as well as in churches.
Okay, great. Also, I'd like to know about
Kim and Linda.
Kim and Linda.
Absolutely.
Okay.
They're wonderful. They're a wonderful group of ladies. They have a great desire. The organization has a great desire to connect singles, and they have been married for 25 years, successfully married, and desire that the members will also enter into successful dating and marriage relationships.
So good. So they are successfully married, both of them, and have been for some time. Tell us some of the activities that go on at Cachet Connections.
Great question. They have wonderful activities. Not only is there the online option where they are matched and can be able to dialogue with people online, but they also have the opportunity for area events such as Cachet Connections Live, Cachet Connection Expo, speakers, praise band. They have speed dating and mixers throughout the year. Great opportunities to get to know people not only online, but also in a more relaxed environment too.
Okay, great. Now, with Cachet Connections and both equally yoked on the stage, I'm gonna just throw some questions out, and either of you could jump in and answer any of these questions. Are people still wanting to get married anymore?
Yeah, they are. However, more than 50%, a recent research showed that over 50% of the population is single. So we are in a single phenomenon or single crisis. While people do want to enter into meaningful relationships, the way that dating is done needs to be redefined. Cachet Connections has put together a recent DVD to be able to showcase that and to offer tools so that people can be able to take biblical perspectives into their current dating relationships.
Awesome. Now, what are some things that, if you are considering online dating, what are some things that you should definitely be cautious about?
Well, I think one of the things that I've seemed to hear from a lot of people is whether the people are who they say they are, because oftentimes they're not. And you find yourself in a relationship with someone that may even be married.
Wow.
So you need to be very, very careful. We do run background checks on everyone, and everyone that comes, they have to come to our office to meet with us to join, and they have to show two pieces of identification. And we run criminal background check, sexual predator check, and they offer a terrorist check now too. too, so we
Oh,
run that
wow.
too. But
Goodness
I don't
gracious.
think we're going to
But-
get many terrorists there.
But that's good to know. That is good to know. And in your experience, in terms of what do you think is better, to meet someone online or just traditionally to meet them in person?
I would say, from a professional standpoint, working with introverts and extroverts, I think that both. Because their comfort level is different. Some people are introverted and they might feel a little bit more comfortable doing an online option. Extroverts also want to have that social environment where they feel empowered and energized.
Right.
So I think that there's benefits to both, where they can, in the comfort of their own home in their pajamas, be able to look at different
Right.
options, and then also be able to meet people without the pressure of a first date in a friendly atmosphere.
In a friendly atmosphere. I like that. All right, ladies. Well, thank you so much. And Emily, you didn't give a chance to give your website. So if you would, go ahead. If someone wants to follow up with Cache Connections, where would they go?
Absolutely. They would go to www.cacheconnections.com. Great resources. They also do a blog and other information too.
Great. It's been a pleasure to have you ladies on our show.
Thank you.
And you must come back and see us again.
Looking
We'd
forward
love
to it.
to.
All right, great. Thank you.
Thank you.
We will be right back. Stay tuned.
Welcome to the Metro.